Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life, your business, your health and fitness, body and mindset from where you are to where it is that you want to be. And today I want to talk to you about failure. I'm interrupting our normal flow that we've been talking about this year, but it's probably still a critical element of our mindset to keep us moving forward. Why am I talking about failure? Well, if you're a long-term listener, you will know that my focus for the last 12 months up to the 19th of November last year has been an incredible focus on my health and my body transformation, because my goal for last year, and I set this goal before COVID, was to become an IsaBody Challenge finalist. And the results of that were announced today. And I won't keep you in suspense. I wasn't successful. I didn't become one of the final 5 finalists. Now, there are thousands of people across Australia and New Zealand that enter this. But I had an incredible transformation this year. My story to go with my transformation is really powerful as well. However, I did realize that because of COVID this year, a lot of people's health has really deteriorated. People have really piled on the fat, piled on the weight, and that what they were probably looking for this year was really incredible weight loss transformation stories. I got that. I really did understand that. And yes, no surprise. That is what they focused on. They were focusing on those people. Now, why do they do that? Well, at the end of the day, it is a marketing tool that they use as well, because they want people to use their products, and they're probably going to make more money from people that have big weight loss transformations, as opposed to me that was putting on weight and putting on muscle and to get that six-pack look. So, was it a failure? I worked all year. It was my main focus for my training. Every single workout was to achieve personal best. I tracked every single meal, every single rep of every single workout. I tracked my water, my sleep, my energy, my mood every single day. I can go back for any day last year and have a look and see, what was I eating? What did I do that day for exercise? What was my mood? How many hours did I sleep the night before? How much water did I consume? Did I take all my supplements, etc., etc.? So it's very focused, and I conditioned myself to be very, very strict with everything that I did. And I got some amazing results, but it didn't work in terms of getting me the outcome that I wanted. So is that failure? You can stack an argument and say, well, yes, because you failed to achieve your goal. But what was the other part of that goal? The other part of the goal was I wanted to transform my health. I wanted to feel better. And I also wanted to put my body in the best looking shape that it had ever been in at age 52. I wanted to get that six-pack. I wanted to achieve something that I'd never been able to achieve before, even though I'm older than I've ever been before. And that I did achieve. And I achieved it under incredibly hard conditions with COVID. And my strength and conditioning coach said to me, you've achieved amazing results because you've achieved it in an environment where most of his athletes had given up this year. He said they found it too hard. And he said, for you to be able to do what you did with your training and not have a break, he said, I don't have any other athletes that didn't have a break. He said, you're the only one to run your business under the restrictions in an industry that has been completely shut down by the government, in a state which was shut down for 8 months of this last 12 months. Run your family and do all the things that you need to do. He says it's truly amazing. And I hear that. And the finalists that they pick, I don't think any of them are from Victoria, so none of them lived under the same harsh conditions that I did. But it's a judging decision, and you can't do anything about that. So what you can do is we need to change our focus. So I don't think I've failed. Yeah, I didn't achieve what I was really aiming for this year, but that was always on the cards. I knew that because they were most likely going to focus on weight loss, I was always going to be up against it. But that didn't stop my focus. It didn't stop how hungry I was this year to achieve what I achieved. So where to from here? Well, what I've done today is told myself a story, and that is that I haven't failed. I've asked myself two questions. How can I grow from this? How can I learn from this? Now, if you're like me, you believe that the universe presents certain things to us at certain times for a certain reason. And I didn't become a finalist this year for a reason. Maybe it's a reason that I don't know yet, but obviously there's more work for me to do before I'm going to be able to get there. So there's obviously more growth as well. Sometimes things happen and they're presented to us at a time when we don't understand, but they are presented to us and we have to deal with it. So there are a couple of options that I can do here. I can say, stuff it. I'm not going to bother anymore. What's the point? If they're only ever going to focus on weight loss, then I'm never going to have a chance of becoming a finalist. I'm not going to be able to achieve what I want to achieve. I'm not going to get the recognition that I think I deserve. So stuff it. I'll just give up. Well, yeah, that's one approach. Or what you can do is say, all right, how do I grow from this? Where do I go from here? And what I've said is, this next 12 months, I want to gain at least 4 kilos of muscle and completely change my upper body to match my lower body and get a deeper, more defined six-pack and keep on competing and keep on entering the challenges and getting to that place where I can be a finalist and keep going until I get there. Keep entering and keep working on my body until I get there. I can use this, whether you call it a failure, a setback, whatever, disappointment, I can use this as fuel to keep me hungry. Now here's another reason why maybe this is happening. Let's just say that I did make it as a finalist. So what would that say to me? Well, I've spent 12 months really focused on my food and training and everything, got some great results. You've become a finalist. Maybe I would say to myself, well, okay, you can relax a little bit now because look, you did it in your first try there. Well done. You've got the final of the finals, judging process coming up on September this year. You can just kind of sit back, wait till then, just focus and bring it home in the last 6 weeks, something like that. So maybe my hunger would have dissipated. Maybe I wouldn't have fought as hard as I'm now going to fight to keep moving my body forward. Maybe. Who knows? We won't know now. But I could see that that's a possibility as well. But instead, I'm saying, okay, here's my goal. This is why I'm still hungry, and this is what I'm going to do. And sometimes I think in life, we just need to know the outcome one way or the other. And for the last 2 weeks, I've been hanging around thinking, man, I wish I just know the results so that one way or the other, so I can just move forward and know that, okay, yeah, well, you didn't make it, so bang, put that out of your mind, focus on the next thing. Or you did, all right, that means that I've got to be in my best shape on 2nd of September this year, so let's focus on doing that. Now, in essence, my training doesn't really change because I'm still going to work just as hard, whether I won it or I didn't. But now that I know where I am, at least I can move forward from here. And that's an exciting prospect. So now I can work more closely with my coach. I'm working through some of my exercises at the moment that I know that aren't going to hurt me because of my 3 shoulder injuries and hernia operation and everything over the last few years. And so that when it comes to the start of February, when I get back into my heavier lifting from the start of February, then I'm laser-like focused. 4+ kilos of muscle this year. Let's go. Working in 12-week training blocks. 8 weeks of hard training, 4 weeks of kind of deloading a little bit, resting, then coming back for the next hard period of 8 weeks as well. And what I've learned over this first 12 months is how my body responds to certain foods, how far out I need to start maybe tapering off some of my food so that I can get that sharper, leaner look through my midsection, because that's an area where I need to become more deeply defined and sharper through there. So it's provided me with a lot of fuel, a lot of energy, and a lot of determination to do better even this year. And I'll tell you another thing about failure. It's really important to surround yourself with the right people, because when those moments happen, you have those people reach out to you, or you reach out to them, and you have a discussion from somebody that really understands. And I've had 3 people today that I've spoken to about this that have expressed, great disappointment for me because they felt that, I had this nailed. And just having a discussion around that, and them just highlighting the fact how much great work that I have done. Because when you don't succeed in a way that you think, you can immediately depreciate it all to zero and say, well, I haven't achieved anything this year. But the reality is you've had still a great year. You've achieved some really great outcomes. You're in the shape of your life, for instance, in my case, and you need to stay focused on those things and keep using it as energy to move yourself even further forward from where you are right now. And we can forget that sometimes. And I reached out to someone who had been working hard on her own journey to be able to become a finalist this year as well. And she missed out too. And she said that she was equally as, like I was surprised that she didn't make it. She said she was equally surprised that I didn't make it. But both equally determined to keep moving forward until we do make it. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, the biggest prize is your health. The biggest prize is your self-confidence. The biggest prize is that body that you're looking at in the mirror that you really admire. And it's showing you how much your hard work has really been worth. And that's the true prize. It's not the money, it's not the accolades that you get around the world. It's about the true health and what that means to you. So I've got more work to do. And so in listening to my story here today, I want you to take away the key learnings to apply it to where you feel that you've had a failure in your life. Maybe it's a business deal. Maybe it's your own health and wellness. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's something else. And I want you to ask yourself, how do you grow from what you feel is a failure? What can you learn from it so that you can come back even better and stronger next time? Because no matter how emotional you want to get about something, how bad it may be, it's never as bad as you first think it will be. And if I look at all of the areas in my life, those opportunities where I've grown the most, it's through pain, it's through disappointment, it's through, in inverted commas, failure. So this failure provides tremendous opportunity for me to be hungrier, to be more determined, to be more focused, more energized. And I know I will get even better results next year, well, this year. So learn from me. Failure provides opportunity if you want it. Maybe you're just not looking in the right place right now. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. If you want to connect with me, go to thementaltoughnessandbodyshow.com, opt in for a free consultation there, and let's start a conversation. See you tomorrow.